What's up? Hi, Mally. All right, y'all know I need confirmation that you can hear me. Hi, Enrique. Can you guys hear me? Someone let me know if you can hear me. We won. How's everybody doing? You know what, Liam? Your mother. Hi, River. Happy belated birthday. Areola borealis. I love it. The live or the video earlier, River? Did you do anything fun for your birthday? My dreams. Liam, something is wrong with you. Oh my God. Hi from England. I hope you are okay. You are beautiful. What's up, Stevie Wonder? Hey, yo, Tyler. I'm from New York. In New York, we say, hey, yo. Are we talking about the Starbucks girl giving the piece in the back of you? I didn't even notice that until you posted that. That's hilarious. Can you see if you can pronounce my name right? Always a 50-50 shot. I'm going to go with, oh God, here. Alyssa? Like not Alyssa, but Alyssa. Alyssa? Hi, James. I want to go to New Zealand. David is not here. David is at his own house wrapping Christmas presents. Sergio and or Cody. I don't know who's typing, but hello. That's right. I need a Tiffany, I need a Gigi, and I need a Billy from Saw. Have you seen the film Old Boy? The American one. Is it good? I have not seen that movie. Hey, Nick, what is your favorite pun from Jack Frost, the horror movie version that made for a great reaction, if you remembered any puns? So I don't really remember any puns, but the scene with Shannon Elizabeth in the bathtub, I learned afterwards what that was supposed to be. And although I'm still not convinced that that's what that was. That's my favorite scene because I thought that was hilarious. I thought he was just squishing her to death, but apparently other people thought it was other things. Elisa. Today I started a Christmas movie marathon all the way to Christmas Eve. What Christmas movies have you watched? You Need to Live Together? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm watching Saltburn. The scene is about to come up. We can recreate the bathtub scene. Absolutely not. That is disgusting. I was just talking to a friend earlier about that. We were texting each other and he saw Saltburn last night and he's like, oh my God, that bathtub scene was so hot. Like you could just, like, it was gross, sure, but like he wanted him so bad. And I was like, there is absolutely nothing, not Chris Evans, nothing. Nobody could make me drink dirty beehole water. Ugh. Yeah, one of my close friends, she lived in New Zealand for like 3 or 4 years and did not want to come back. She absolutely loved it. Merry Christmas to my favorite fake gay. Well, Merry Christmas to my least favorite gay, Pugapillar. Hi, Chance. I'm actually extremely fucking warm right now, to be honest with you. But it is comfy. I'm in the middle of Saltburn and I do not get it at all. Wait till the end. The end is a gag. So I've seen Elf once. I love Home Alone, and I've seen the Santa Claus. I've seen the first one once. I've never seen the second one. Liam, don't presume to know what I would do. Yeah, I thought like I loved Saltburn as a movie, but I was not turned on by that. Absolutely not. Hi, Nick. Just watched you and David's LA to Vegas vlog. Well, thank you for watching. I cannot unzip the front of my suit because the shirt I am wearing is very inappropriate. What is considered a fake gay? Let's discuss that. Wait, you're in a bear suit. Are you going Shining, Midsummer, Wicker Man? The Shining is one of the greatest movies ever made, so I'll go with that. I do love me some Midsummer, and I've never seen Wicker Man, either of them. Have you seen the new show, Fellow Travelers? I have not. I need to be innocent for the holiday weekend. Once we're back, we're going to be filthy and watch Saltburn. I approve. The period scene was worse than the... yeah. We know. Oh, trust. When Maxine comes out, you will 100% be getting a reaction to that. Absolutely. Elisa. It is not rude. It is not rude. If you don't like your family, I say ditch it. Watching yours and Chu's lives at the same time. Oh my God, is Chu live right now? Chu. Let me find his ass. Pop in and be like, what up? Oh, he's not live right now. Wait, is he live on something else? I'll tell you what a fake gay is. You saying you're gay and then wear plaid in summer. I can wear plaid whenever I want. I've been watching you since 2021. You and David are my favorite YouTubers. Well, thank you, Mally. I appreciate that. Have you seen the Nightmare Before Christmas movie? Yes, that's one of my favorite movies. I actually used to put that on with alongside other horror movies going to sleep, and it was when I was a kid, and it's crazy because there was other scary movies that like I could put on Halloween, I could put on Scream, I could put on all those things while I was going to sleep as a kid, and be fine. But I would put on Nightmare Before Christmas, and it would creep me out a little bit. But I loved that movie. It's one of the few musicals that I actually do really, really like. Going to be ending the marathon with Gremlins. I approve. I approve. Have you heard of When Evil Lurks? So I have that downloaded. I just haven't watched it yet. I'm assuming I'll probably watch it at some point. I don't know if I'll watch that for the channel or if I'll watch that for Patreon. I got to look at other people's channels and see how many views they got on it to determine if it's worth doing. We need you to give a Pearl monologue. Y'all, I could never match what she did. I have a TikTok. I just don't use it. I posted like 4 videos and then just stopped. Haunted Mansion, like the new one or the one with Eddie Murphy? Or I think the one with Eddie Murphy is also a remake. I heard Maxine is an NC-17 movie. I mean, I'm assuming they'll cut that down. As being OG hardcore Buffy, Angel, and Charmed fan growing up watching those shows and whatnot, I'm going to go visit those locations when I'm in California. Right now, I'm adjusting to living in Colorado. That's where I live, Colorado. And yes, you do have to adjust when you first move here. If we were going to call Nick a fake gay, it should have been when he had the mullet and country beard. I never had a mullet, first of all, but I will tell you this much. If my hair wasn't straight and thin, I would 100% have a mullet. I believe it's like the thing where it's you have like the sides around your ears and stuff cut low, but it goes like from the front to the back. I am obsessed with it. And that beard would have stayed had I properly been able to grow a beard. Yeah, Anna and the Apocalypse is a movie that always gets recommended for me to watch. Each year, people want me to watch it for the channel, but as far as I know, that is a musical. And I am not trying to edit around a musical. The horror bandwagon. When do y'all watch and Speak No Evil? Yeah, they're going to be so mad when they watch the movie. How many Doctor Who episodes have you watched? So I stopped because I watched the first one, which I don't like. I remember a little bit of it. So I watched it when I was on my way to visit my friend in Texas. I watched it on the plane and I was running on about an hour of sleep. So I really don't remember a lot of it. And then I got halfway, or maybe like 10 minutes into the second episode. And then I decided, let's hold off. And I'm going to decide whether or not in the new year, if I want to actually watch and edit Doctor Who for the channel. Not for Patreon, but for the channel. When Evil Lurks did well on my channel. We shall see. I heard Colorado eats homosexuals. What do you mean they eat them? Colorado is very gay friendly. Mullets are everywhere in Australia. That's because mullets are awesome. I would imagine that people are going to start seeing mullets a lot more often because, well, maybe. Because, you know, we go through trends from different eras, and we've been in an 80s trend for a very, very long time. And now we're sort of moving into a 90s trend. So we shall see. Hey, Nick, what are your go-to movies for the Christmas season? P2, Black Christmas, the 2006 one. Home Alone, Gremlins, Die Hard. What's another Christmas movie that I watch? I can't even think. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Yeah, I have no problem doing musicals on Patreon. Gremlins needs the third film. So I would definitely welcome another Gremlins movie, but it's been so long since they've done those that I feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like they would be able to properly capture the magic of the first two movies. Plus, I feel like given today's day and age that they're going to rely or at least use more CGI, and I don't want any CGI used for Gremlins. It should all be practical and animatronics. Orphan Black. I have heard of Orphan Black. Doctor Who for the channel. Someone get me a bag to breathe into. Nick, what are your holiday plans? So David and I have been doing at the MCU. So he had never watched any of them. So last weekend we got up to Captain Marvel. So I was waiting for Infinity War. We finally got up to that. He cried. It was amazing. And then tomorrow I'm going to his place and we are going to be watching Endgame. And then we were going to watch Far From Home. And then on Sunday, which is Christmas Eve, we rented a cabin. It's very like not secluded like Evil Dead type secluded, but it's like, you know, it's out in the mountains, but it's on a farm, and there's like the farm you can visit all the animals and stuff. And David loves cows, so he's gonna finally be able to like hug a cow and stuff like that. And then we're just gonna wear onesies, and we got like puzzles and stuff to make, and we're gonna watch. We should be ready to watch WandaVision, and we're just gonna chill out and watch TV and stuff. Did you get to do any Christmas holiday stuff in your new city? The Capitol in downtown Denver, they have like a Christmas market, and then they decorate everything, and that was really, really cool. But that's really all I've done. Have you seen The Fall of the House of Usher? I am presently halfway through that. I am reacting to that on Patreon. But I very much so like it. Mullets have never left Canada, as they shouldn't. Speaking of 80s trends, I'm just glad that crop tops on guys came back. I mean, it depends on, for me, it depends on the person, I guess. Because there's like crop tops that, like, if you look at like crop tops from the 80s, it wasn't trying to like, hey, look at me, everybody, I'm wearing a crop top. It just like seemed more natural. Whereas now I feel like when people try to wear crop tops, it's specifically like trying to be as skimpy as possible. I prefer a more natural look to it, but I love me a crop top. I would never wear one because I do not have a six pack, but I approve. Mullets have been and gone. They were the haircut of 2022 and 2023. Oh, whatever. Zan, stop meowing, or I will hang you from the Christmas tree. Stop it. Have you met Alonda in real life? No, but she does. She's not in real life. Like we know each other, we text each other and stuff like that. She's supposed to actually be coming here to visit in a couple months. Shh. Do you want to come say hello to people? Come here. Come here, Mama. Come here. Come here. Say hello to people. Say, I won't stop meowing. You're so sweet. Okay. Go get a job. You don't contribute. Okay, let's see. What is a Paddington movie? It's a Wonderful Life. The black and white. I've seen that. I think I saw that when I was in like middle school. You should link your Cash App so we can send you presents since YouTube's. That's right. Let me find it. I think it's actually community. Right, where is... I think it's in my channel description. Yeah, it's just Nick Says Boo. But I don't know how I would link that on here, though. It's in my channel description. Yeah, they would CGI the Gremlins, which I don't want. Is the Gremlins cartoon out yet? Have you ever watched Spirited or Spurted? Because those imply two different types of movies. But probably not. What death affected you and him the most from Infinity War? So that's hard for me to answer because I have been a massive Marvel and Spider-Man fan since I was a little kid. And look, the cats are flying around. And when I saw Infinity War in theaters, like I was in full Spider-Man cosplay and I was bawling the entire time, like just being able to see everybody on screen together, and it was so well done. But I think, I don't know. I cried. I mean, I cried during both, but I was affected more tear-wise in Endgame. Nick, who's cooking for Christmas, you or David? I mean, we'll probably both cook, but he knows how to cook. I do not. I'm very bad at cooking. Hi, Nick. My wife and I just watched your blog with David, and we want to visit all the places you guys did. It was so much fun. And honestly, so that was the first time that I've ever done a vlog. And it was the second time that I recorded stuff for a vlog. So technically, I have a ton of footage that I recorded when I moved. But I never ended up making that. So then I did it with the trip to California. And it's a learning experience because it's like hard because you want to be able to record stuff to be able to make a vlog. But at the same time, you don't want to spend 99% of your time holding a camera in your hand. But I will say, if a normal reaction that I edit on YouTube takes me between, I don't know, 15 to 20 hours worth of editing, the vlog, 5 hours, it was amazing. Pugga Pillar, I'll start wearing crop tops for my channel. Well, maybe then people will start watching your videos. Are guys in short shorts coming back? I don't think they ever went away. I'm so intrigued by folks who pick up and move states, were able to get transfer jobs or get a new one easily. I'm fully remote. My main job, I'm fully remote, so I could live wherever. This doesn't help the boyfriend speculation. Oh, me and David? If David was my boyfriend, I would just tell you guys. Not like I'm ashamed of him. So you're saying you're going to sell Nick Says Boo crop tops? If people keep telling me to do merch, but I don't feel like my channel is like big enough to like, for me anyways, like other people's like that have, you know, are smaller channels. Like I've bought merch from people, but for me, I don't know. Like it's still weird for me when people come up to me in public and like say hello to me because it's just weird to me that people even watch my videos. So I don't know. Like it took me so long to even get a Patreon because I was like, are people even going to want to do that? But eventually I probably, maybe when I hit like 50,000, I'll do merch, but I also have to sit down and come up, like figure out what I'm going to do for merch. But that is kind of funny if I did a crop top because I could, I mean, I would never wear one of these, but I could do like what Gaga did with Chromatica and I could have Nick Says Boo jock straps. That would be funny. Is what going to be a vlog like the Halloween convention? You can comment it and pin the comment. I don't, wait, can I pin a comment on here? So I'm not like going directly through YouTube. I'm doing this through StreamYard, so I don't know how to pin on StreamYard. But Pugga, you know how to use StreamYard, so tell me how to pin a comment. All right, let's see. Nick, what's your favorite Christmas song? Christmas? I don't know. Probably something from A Nightmare Before Christmas. Jack Lemmon, I like that a lot. Paddington is a movie based on a children's book about a bear. I have not seen that. How did you react when David got spoiled in Scream 6 that a character dies in the MCU? You know what? Before we even answer that question, let me text David. If you are watching my live stream, turn it off so you do not get spoiled about Marvel. Wait, if you are watching. Okay. What was it? What the fuck was the question? Oh, how did you react? Oh, when Mindy's dumbass. First of all, that entire thing pisses me off because I understand like people are like, oh, it's one thing if a movie's been out for like 20 years or something like that. But like, how many movies did she spoil deaths in? I know it's not her, it's the writers, but I was pissed when that happened because we had just started and Tony is his favorite character. I was really, really mad. But I've sort of when Tony gets stabbed in Infinity War, I lied to him when we watched it last weekend. I was like, oh, that was like what she was talking about because it was like a big fake out. Nobody ever thought that Tony would get injured and he got severely injured. So there was like a moment where the audience thought that he was dead. So I was like, he didn't actually die. Just to, so when we watch Endgame. Nick got a Spider-Man tattoo because I had a Spider-Man tattoo. Sure, Jan. Hi, Jasmine. Nick, have you ever seen a movie called Crimes of the Future? I have not. I don't even think I've heard of that. What is adobo? Hi, Tawana. Are y'all like gay for each other or something? Who? Wait, why? That sounds like a movie quote. Thanks, Mel. Merry Christmas to you too. That holiday cabin situation sounds like freaking. I'm so excited. It's a beautiful cabin. I'm really, really excited. I'm also just excited to not work and just be able to chill. Hey, Nick, big fan. Do you remember when Maude Flanders was killed on The Simpsons? I don't think I ever got to that point. I've only watched... I think I've seen like the first 13 or 14 seasons, maybe. At least 100% the first 10. But that was like when I was a kid. I don't remember anything. Infinity War and Endgame were great cinema movies. Infinity War and Endgame and No Way Home I can't imagine that a movie will ever be able to top that theater experience for me. I watched Pugga's Better Watch Out reaction, which was hilarious than yours again. Well, I'm glad somebody watches his videos. Hey, Chastity. Help me get a remote job, damn it. I can't stand people anymore. Preach. Love the vlog. I teared up when you were in front of Sunnydale High. Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. We also saw, because there was a bunch of places that we visited that I didn't, like I was driving, so I couldn't record. But I have pictures of some of it. But we saw Glory's Mansion from season 5. What? Just saw Violent Night the other day. It's amazing. I think you would enjoy it. I'm going to be real honest. I saw Violent Night in theaters last Christmas with my mom. It was not for me. You could do Clone a Willy. But then the box would be too big for shipping. Yeah, right. I would never do that. But that's funny. Nick says boo poppers for the twins. I'm grateful for your Patreon because of the Hyperion Hotel pick and all of the TV show content. Yeah, like I know that some people get all, up in arms about, and this isn't just me. This is basically every single channel that I know that has Patreon where they have exclusive reactions on Patreon versus putting everything on YouTube. I don't have time. I don't have an editor. I don't want an editor. I like editing my videos. I don't have time to put everything on YouTube. But I mean, you join the Patreon, you pay $10. You could just pay $10 one time, and for 30 days, you have access to like 200 plus movies. So it's like, Who is your top artist? Okay, let me see. I don't know. I will attempt to. Hopefully this doesn't boot me off StreamYard if I try to get into this live. Let's see if I can do it. Ooh. Got it. Can I pin it? Hey! Okay, let me do that right now. Venmo and Cash App. Nick says boo. Okay, let me pin this bitch. I did it. Oh, wait a minute. Can I not see? Okay. We should be good to go. All right. What? Who was your top artist on Spotify? Oh, for like the year's rap thing. Ooh. David just responded to my text message. He's like, don't worry, I have it playing on my laptop in my bedroom with the volume down for the views, but I'm in the living room wrapping gifts. What the hell was I doing? Oh, the year rap thing. I don't remember. I think it was, let me see. My top artist was John Carpenter, simply because I listened to the Fog soundtrack all the time. But then it was the Fog, or John Carpenter, The Midnight, Lady Gaga, Linkin Park. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to catch up on comments, you guys. I saw Nick Says Boo wearing army pants and flip-flops. You would never see Nick Says Boo wearing army pants. You would never see Nick Says Boo wearing anything camo. Adobo is an everything seasoning found in every Hispanic household. We'll run out of salt before we run out of adobo. Like, that's how I am with salt, though. Like, salt and hot sauce, oh my God. Nobody watched my Black Christmas 2006. People did watch it. Bitches are busy right now, Pugger. And I've learned that you cannot necessarily always predict with YouTube with like how many views you'll get, because I was weary about posting the Hell House reaction because I didn't think nobody even talks about that. And I did not think that people were going to watch it, and it's performing extremely well. Have you seen Fear Street? Yes, I have seen them. Yeah, Violent Night was just like, I don't know. It was just missing something for me. Like, the jokes weren't landing for me. I still feel like they played it safe with the gore. I love the reaction to Men. That fucking movie. I wonder how many people are going to feel about Maxine, considering it's inspired by Argento and a bunch just couldn't get in. So, like, I've seen the original Suspiria, and I think it's fine. It's not my favorite. I appreciate the artisticness behind it and the visuals, but as long as you can follow the narrative, then I'm like, I'll be fine. What? How's your day? My day is okay. I was literally in the emergency room last night, so I was there for a while, so I'm a little bit tired, but today is fine. Did you continue Buffy season 8 onwards? So when season 8, when the comics first started coming out, like at that point I was still collecting comics, and I had every variant, everything, but for that season, and it progressively just started to get more and more dumb. And then I was just like, eventually I got to the point where it's not necessarily one of those things where, like, like some people, when things are canon, but they just don't like the content, and they're like, oh no, it's just not canon to me. The content of those comic books are so aggressively bad that I refuse. It's not. I'm like, the TV show is the only thing that I acknowledge. Like Dawn being a centaur and then becoming a giant mecha robot and fighting like in the middle of downtown Tokyo. I was like, what? Who was on LSD when they wrote this? Yeah, it takes me 30 minutes to crop an unneeded reaction and mix the audio and post to Patreon. It takes me 15 to 20 hours. Oh, yeah. I mean, I practically post on Patreon almost every single day, practically, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm watching season 5 of Buffy and trying to watch Angel alongside. It's been going well. You are watching one of the greatest, in my personal opinion, the greatest season of television ever. Season 5 of Buffy. Oh my God. Where do you watch Bates Motel? Do you rent it? I know you are deep into the series. We don't need to talk about where I obtained it from, because that bitch was hard to find, and I was not about to pay like $60 for it. My only issue with Patreon is you have some videos with no time reference for syncing. Just the older ones. Once I figured out how to do that, all of them now have it. Chucky and Annabelle looking like the couple at the bar that want to take you home. Nick, how did you find out that Samara Weaving was not Australian? She's not? Yeah, she is. She's either Australian or she's from New Zealand. But I found out that she was when I heard her in Scream 6, and I was like, why is she talking like that? And they were like, that's how she talks. I was like, oh. Yeah, but if I get a Tiffany, Sergio, like, I don't want the seat of Chucky Tiffany. I want the bride of Chucky Tiffany. My top artists were John Carpenter and The Midnight 2. Yes. Snap, snap, snaps. I love that David gives you that viewer engagement even for the other room. Yeah, David does do that. He does that for a lot of people, like videos like for that, like where our mutuals have like reacted to something that he can't necessarily watch because he hasn't seen it yet. He'll still put it on and then turn it down low and like leave the house so that it plays. So it's nice. I want to visit Sunnydale High School, but play Sarah McLachlan full of Christ. That's right. And then you move to LA and then change your name to Anne. I think it would be helpful to put where you watch the content in the description. I don't disagree. The problem with putting where, like on Patreon, would people have to like sync up and stuff? The problem with indicating where I obtained it is that, say it's a year from now or even 6 months from now, and then somebody joins the Patreon and and they're like, oh, he's been watching this on Paramount Plus, or he rented this from Prime or something like that. Because it's not physical media, because it's streaming, they're constantly switching streaming services. So that's what I'm just like, like there's no guarantee that it's even going to be on that same streaming service the next time. Yeah, this time of year is so hard for reactions. Oh yeah, your Silent Night, Deadly Night ones. I have not watched those because I've only seen the first two? Billy and the Brother. Yeah, those are the only ones I've seen. Oh, I have to watch the Hell House reaction. I love the new movie. That Hell House movie, oh my God. That was too much. That was so scary. My top artists this year were Janet. We love some Janet. Hi, Clarissa. Nick in his Utica era. This is water. This is literally bubbly. It's just water. I'm off to watch Nick's The Sadness video so I can see how he edited that one. Yeah, I would say I was very, very concerned about editing The Sadness because of what it is. But I will say that it wasn't super hard to edit it or anything like that. So because of that, I'm like, thank God when I have to watch Terrifier 3, I know that I'll be able to do it. I did not understand the new Suspiria, but I did enjoy watching it. Merry Christmas to you, Pugga. You've seen the Buffy movie, right? Of course. Ooh, yeah, of course. Dawn became what now? Oh, yes. In the comic books, in season 8, Dawn is a centaur, however you say it, because she kissed a centaur or some shit, or a thrice-wise, or whatever they call it. And then she turns back into a human, and then they turn her into a giant, and then vampires who can fly create a giant Mecha Dawn, and Giant Dawn and Mecha Dawn fight in downtown Tokyo, while Angel and Buffy are flying through the air, having sex, shattering mountains. So if that's any indication of what happens with the comic books. And like Harmony reveals the existence of vampires to the world. She becomes the queen of vampires. And then and then Angel becomes a bad guy named Twilight. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then Dawn and Xander start dating. Hi, Chu. Everybody told me that you were live, but I didn't see you were live. I think you were live on TikTok, but. My cats' names are Chucky and Tiffany. I approve. Oh, the leather jacket, Sergio. So I don't monetize my Patreon videos. They're still hosted through YouTube, but I don't, because of that, because then people won't be able to sync up. Like, I wish that I could show the full movie, but I'm not about to get copyright claims and have that shit taken down. Thank you, Charlene. You as well. Also, we don't just pirate the butts around here. I don't know what that means. Garbage day. Oh, yeah, that was a crazy scene in the second one. I saw Saltburn in theaters. I went on Thanksgiving and just spent the day at the theater. And I watched Saltburn and Thanksgiving. Nick, what are your top 5 favorite reactions that you did for 2023? Valid question. I don't even know what I did. Hell House. Talk to Me. Winnie the Pooh. Fall. And VHS, the first one. Oh, well, and Sick. Let's see. Nick, did you know that Jack Champion is in Endgame? What? What? Jack Champion Endgame. Who? Oh, I did know that. I learned that not too long ago and just completely forgot about it because I don't care about Jack Champion. Don't tell nobody. Go to drink, alcoholic. Like a mixed drink. An old fashioned is my favorite mixed drink. But just like hard liquor, whiskey. Editing question from any channel. If you know how does David say monetize with all the cursing and such? Is there a trick to it, or is it just not monetized? No, he is monetized. It's just there's certain things that you have to, like, he still edits out a lot of the stuff that he says. But it's you can get away with saying the F word every now and then. Like, usually during my videos, I'll bleep out me saying the F word, but I sometimes don't bleep out the actual movie when they say the F word. And it just depends. But I would say if you feel like this, if it's something while you're editing and you're like, oh, like this might be something that will get demonetized, just don't include it. Like which is annoying considering it's my most watched video right now, but my bottoms reaction with David got demonetized. And it's either because I left. Well, there's 3 reasons that it could have been demonetized. The scene where she stabs the guy with the sword, I should have blurred that out. Or when David is talking about eating his own, I should have bleeped that out. And then what's the third one? Oh, and then what they wrote on the lockers. I forgot to blur that out. You are watching Terrifier 3. Yeah, I'm going to do that for the channel when that comes out next year. I've been to the Coven House. That's actually, I was just talking with somebody about that the other day. I really want to go to New Orleans before it eventually is underwater again, so that I can see that and see all the mansions and all the cemeteries and shit. Thank you, Sarah. I'm watching Buffy on Disney Plus. Are you in another country? Are you not in the US? Because we don't have that here. What place from Buffy do you like the most? Like place that I visited or just a location in the show? Did you say Angel becomes a vampire name? Yeah. He becomes a masked villain that flies through the air and has a cape, and his name is Twilight. Wait a minute, Sergio. You guys are doing all of Buffy on your channel? Don't play with my emotions like that. Any New Year's goals for your channel? By the end of next year, I would like to ideally hit 50,000. I don't know if I will, but I would like to do that. I think starting in January, I'm going to start channel memberships as well. And I think I haven't really determined what I'm going to do with the channel memberships. I know that at least one thing is going to be, there's going to be one collab with somebody else a month, but they're like, it's not going to be edited stuff. It's going to be like Patreon where you have to like sync up, but it'll be one collab a month. And then I'll probably do a poll each month and let people pick what I watch purely for that. Have you seen Thanksgiving? Yes, I saw that in theaters. Not just pirating the butts, was referring to wherever you procured Bates Motel. So I bought it, but like I have it like physically, but like 1-2-3 movies or whatever, like that the thing where you can just find it, like to watch online for free. I just screen record that. Piglet, no. Any new reactors that you started watching this year? Yes, let's see who I've started following this year. So lately, Snooper's Gonna Snoop, their channel. I've been obsessed with their channel. They have literally like 1,000+ videos. So I've been eating good with their channel. Like new ones that I've discovered. I think that might be the only new one. Misbehave Hunter. He's hilarious. He's one of my new favorites. Robbie P. Yeah, I would say Snooper's Gonna Snoop, Misbehave Hunter, and Robbie P. Those are like the 3 channels that I've discovered this year that I'm obsessed with. Now, there's a couple channels that I followed because they were watching Buffy and Angel, and I was like paying for their stuff on Patreon too, the Lexi Crowd and Sophie Reacts. Amazing. Also, She's Scared. I really, really like her new horror channel that she's done. All right. Have you seen the Anna Faris horror film May? I have not. I didn't even know that that existed. When you said that fall was your... I was having a day. Okay. Nick screaming at creepy clown men in the Hell House. Oh my God. The fucking clown. Oh, wait, I'm going to ask it again because I don't know if you saw my question. How can creators post full reactions on Patreon without the copyright issues that YouTube has? So there are people there are reactors on Patreon who will post the full TV show or movie so that people don't have to sync up, but they don't host those videos through YouTube. Like mine are hosted through YouTube. Usually they do like Vimeo, and I know that recently Patreon started, so you could host videos on Patreon. But the problem with that is while it's not as heavily monitored as YouTube is, they can still see that. Like, for instance, the reactor that I was just talking about, Sophie Reacts, she did Game of Thrones. It was almost completely through the entire series on Patreon. And then they figured it out and she got an email saying that she had to take it down. And that's the reason that I won't do that. Because I don't want to be like 7 seasons into something and then they tell me to take them down. Any movies you are looking forward to in 2024? Maxine. What else is coming out in 2024? Nosferatu. Oh my God, I'm so excited for Nosferatu. I forget what. I don't even know. Like, let's see. Horror movies 2024. I don't even know what's coming out. Let's see. Every horror movie releasing in 2024. Thank you for that. Night Swim. That one's going to destroy me. I know it. But I am excited to watch it. A Quiet Place Day One. They're making another Silent Hill movie. So I was actually just talking to David about Silent Hill earlier because I saw the first one when it came out, and I saw that in theaters. So it's been almost 20 years since I've seen that, and I don't remember. Like, I'm going to do that for the channel either in January or February because it's like a first time watch for me. I have zero memory of that movie at all, so I'm going to be doing all of the Silent Hills on the channel. What else is coming out? I'm not really excited for Beetlejuice 2, to be honest with you. Smile 2, for sure, for sure. What else? What else is coming out? I already said Maxine, Nosferatu, of course. Oh, the 3 Stranger movies, for sure. Yeah. All right, let me see. I remember looking him up and finding out he was born in 2004. It made because everyone was searching. Oh, Jack Champion. Yeah, that's I don't think people realize that because I think when people look up like Jack Champion age, they see that I think he might be 19 now. But like he was like 17 years old when they were filming that movie. So it was very, very creepy to me and gross that all of these like middle-aged gay men were freaking out over him on Twitter and stuff. And I'm like, he's 17, you nasty. What's your favorite Buffy episode? Season 5, episode 22, The Gift. Location that I've been to. I mean, Sunnydale High School for sure. Oh, we need the Chew collab. The question is to what movie? I would love to collab with Chew. But yeah, I don't know what we would watch. Have you seen the found footage horror movie, The Tunnel? I have not. Would you ever host a panel at a convention like a Denver Fan Expo? Like a panel about what? Like what? I bought Bates Motel for $12 on Prime. Like wait, was that like a sale? They had the whole thing digitally? Let me look this shit up. Or you're talking about like Blu-ray, DVD. I don't even see it. Ooh, that's bright. BK Club. Thank you, BK Club. I appreciate that. Thanks for all the entertainment. Here's to you and your continued success in the new year. From my water to you. Thank you. Did you watch Trixie and Katya react? Oh, yeah. To the stuff that I've seen. I mean, I treat it the same way that I do like other reactors. If it's a movie that I haven't seen yet, I don't watch it. But all the stuff that they've watched that I've seen, yes. Nick, have you ever had a problem with the pulse scene in Scream 3? Like when Gale checks Roman's pulse? No, I never really understood why people had an issue with that, because if he had time to get into the coffin, apply a fake knife apply fake blood, it's not out of the realm of possibility to think that he would think that people would check his pulse, so he would have something on his wrist. He's surrounded by props. Like, it just seems obvious to me, but I'm pretty sure this week I watched like 95% of all your videos. Bless you for watching the older, lower quality ones. Someone's entire Patreon got taken down for posting a full movie. Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't with that. Have you seen Cat watches horror movies? Maybe. Let's see. Cat watches horror. I don't think I've ever actually watched one of her videos. Like, I recognize the thumbnail, but I don't think... Let me see what she's reacted to. Videos. Oh, okay. So she watched Final Destination. Let me add that to my watch later. Coming in 2024, Halloween ends again for real. I mean, I would give it... I would imagine they'll probably wait like 4 or 5 years, but I mean, it won't be long until we get more Halloween stuff. Did you see some reactors having trouble? Yeah, Ashley Burton and oh my God, what is her name? I literally watch her channel. What is her name? You probably know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I did see that people were having issues with Warner Brothers taking stuff down. Yeah, I kind of hope that they do not reveal what Bill Skarsgård looks like until the actual movie comes out, but I'm sure that they will. It'll leak or something because people don't know how to respect. Everybody wants to like see shit before it actually comes out, which boggles my mind, but whatever. Yeah, I mean, I still have the actual movie on Patreon. It's just blurred and muted, but it's blurred a little bit so that you like it's not you sitting there just watching that, but you at least so you can sync up to know where you're at. Hunter Schafer and Dan Stevens. I love both of them, so I'm excited to do whatever. Oh, they follow. Is that 2024? I'm excited for that. Do you think you'll watch the Lisa Frankenstein? Yeah, I'll probably do that. Last night, wait, Night Swim has a character in it named Ronan. That's my youngest son's name. He freaked out when they saw that. Is that who she's talking to? Because when I was in theaters on Thanksgiving and I was watching Thanksgiving, they had a trailer for Night Swim, but I don't really like it. Depends on what it is, whether or not I want to watch a trailer. I don't know anything really about that movie other than it's something with a pool and water. So as soon as I realized, I was like, this is a horror movie. She's in a pool. I don't want to look. So I like put on my headphones and looked away. But I do remember somebody like playing Marco Polo, and I think that was the character's name. I know David must be looking forward to the new Strangers movie. I know I'm looking forward to him watching it. What MCU character deserves to headline the next saga, and why is it Madison? You answered, yep, Madison. Madison. First it was scary, and then it got fun, and then it was scary again. If someone sends you some DVDs, will you watch them? Like, will you watch them off of the channel? I mean, people do send me DVDs. Somebody just sent me an entire box set the other day, and I do watch them. But, I mean, it would depend on what it is, whether or not I would do it on the channel. Those Strangers movies are going to be dookie. The actors have the emotional range of a sheet of toilet paper. I don't know who else is in those movies other than the redheaded girl from Riverdale. And I haven't seen her in anything other than Riverdale, so I can't really speak to her acting ability, but she was one of the few people that I did like on Riverdale. Because I liked her and I liked Betty. Everybody else, especially the main one, Archie, oh my God. Infinity Pool. I have not seen Infinity Pool. Hi, Wicked Parade. What is suitable flesh? Oh, I'm actually doing Reanimator soon on the channel because I've never seen that. Movies with Mary, yes. Oh, I like her so much. She's so funny when she gets so scared. Hi, Double G. Have you ever gotten David to watch Jack Frost? Yeah, he's seen both of them. Any 80s movie is like he's seen pretty much all of them. He's obsessed with them. How long have you and David been friends? Like a year and a half. Psycho Beach Party. Is that the one with Nicholas Brendan? I have not seen that, but I know that he's in that. I never understood why people try to figure out who the killers are or what happens in a show or movie. Like to each their own. Different, as I always say, different strokes for different folks. But yeah, I've never understood that. Like that, I was pissed that I got spoiled for Scream 4 before I went and I watched that. Ugh. Would you watch Supernatural? I've seen all of Supernatural. Well, I haven't seen the last like 5 episodes yet, but I've seen pretty much all of that. Have you seen Saltburn? I saw Saltburn in theaters. Question for you. Do you plan on reacting to Beau is Afraid? It's another A24 horror movie. Is it like... Is it something that I like that is reaction-y? Because that's my concern with that. Also, how long is it? Because if it's over 2 hours long, I ain't watching it. Not to edit. Riverdale did end. Yeah, I only watched the first 2. I watched up until they tried shooting Chad Michael Murray out of a rocket, and then I was like, absolutely not, we're done. I have seen Tusk, yes. The time of the 50s and died of old age. Oh yeah, I did hear about that. That the end of Riverdale, they travel in time. Apparently, they have superpowers. Apparently, and then apparently she travels in time and finds out that they're all like a quadruple relationship and all they just bone each other. And I'm like, drugs were being passed that day. I got spoiled for Dewey's death 2 days before it came out. I was pissed. I mean, I would be pissed too, but I was also going into that movie like, if they don't fucking kill Dewey, I'm gonna be so mad. And then they killed him. And then I was still mad because of how they killed him. I was like, this. Beau is Afraid is 3 hours long. Well, that answers your question. I will not be watching that for the channel. Yeah, I got spoiled. They did an auction of props from the movie, or from all of the movies during the Scream 4's release. And they had all of the costumes, like the bloody like screen costumes from Scream 4 posted on the website for the auction before the movie came out. So it was like the killer, Jill's bloody, and I'm like, son of a bitch. I was so mad. I will have to check out this Psycho Beach Party. I think I am going to be doing the invitation. Wait, not that invitation. Are you talking about the one with Logan Marshall Green? Because I've seen that. I thought you were talking about the vampire one. I've seen 28 Days Later, but yes, running zombies scare me. Anybody running at me scares me. Hi, Shy Guy. Happy holidays. How's your Friday going? I'm tired, but it's going pretty good. Will you be watching Thanksgiving? I saw Thanksgiving in theaters. Who is Addison Rae? I like. There's so many of these new like people that I don't know who have these. Who was she in that movie? Wait, I literally saw the movie. I don't remember. Thanksgiving. Was she the main girl? No, maybe. I don't even like. I literally watched the movie and I don't even remember who she was. Yeah, like who do people keep talking about? Addison Rae, Renee Rapp, Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know who any of these people are. You need to go to Dragon Con in Atlanta. I would like to visit that college. Yeah, isn't the invitation the invitation from 2015 is the one with Logan Marshall Green, right? Yeah, I've seen that one. MegaCon. It would depend on who's at MegaCon. Let's see. MegaCon Orlando. Celebrity guests. Let's see. Oh, it's in February? Probably not. I mean, damn, they got a really stacked lineup, though. Alyssa Milano's going to be there. I can go up to her and be like, thanks for ruining everything, bitch. Wait a minute. Oh, I was about to say, because it says that both Shannon Doherty and Alyssa Milano are going to be there. And I'm like, in the same room with each other? That's going to be like celebrity death match. But they're going to be there on different days. So it's fine. I mean, I would love to meet Shannon Doherty. No time like the present, unfortunately. But yeah, I probably, unless they like, y'all let me know when Sarah Michelle Gellar is going to show up to a con so I can get my life. All right, let's see. Snooper's gonna snoop. Oh my god. Hello. I love your channel. I was literally wrapping Christmas presents earlier watching your videos. I have been on a massive binge of your guys' channel, the last like 3 weeks. I don't know if I've seen 28 weeks later. I've definitely seen 28 days later. Why were you in the ER last night? Oh my god. So as y'all know, I love me some tattoos. And I got a tattoo like I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and it unfortunately got infected because of the fact that it's like in the crease of my arm, and they warned me that it was going to have a hard time healing because you're constantly, doing this with your arm. So it did get infected. So I had to be put on antibiotics. And long story short, I learned that I am allergic to the antibiotic that they put me on. So I had an allergic reaction, and I ended up in the ER last night. It was a whole thing. Have you ever heard or are going to watch A Creature Stirred? I have never heard of that. Good night, Tyler. The way these baby gays say Renee Rapp is already a better Regina than Rachel, like, I am not saying that. Nick, were you upset that they didn't kill Gail in Scream 6? Yes, they need to kill her. How did your meet with Cassandra Peterson go? It was so much fun. She was very, very nice. She was very sweet. There was a lot of people, though, so she couldn't like spend a lot of time, but it was very nice. Yeah, I mean, Alyssa Milano, I don't know what she looks like now, but like she was beautiful. But I don't know, like, I was reading recently because I know Shannon Doherty released her book or whatever, and it was talking. So I've read a little bit about the stuff, but yeah, it sounds what could have been. But I think it was, at least from my understanding, it was in part her, but it was also a lot of the executives and stuff that screwed everything over. Oh yes, fan pops. That would add that to the other question, because I've been watching a lot of their stuff. Yeah, I was just about to ask if Addison Rae was the one that gets taken at the school. Snooper's gonna snoop. Been watching them for about a year and a half. I adore White Gold. She is hilarious to me. She is hilarious. The only thing that me and White Gold differ on, though, is she is not a fan of Halloween H2O. And y'all know I love Halloween H2O. But I love White Gold. I love both of them. Oh, I know about Winnie the Pooh too. I'm ready. Patrick, what happened to your balls at Taekwondo? We'll just say that. Saw 11. I'm excited for Saw 11. Yeah, that's basically what it was, Jake. I had I'm on all sorts of medication now to get rid of it. Have you ever seen The Place Beyond the Pines starring Ryan Gosling? Does a bear wipe his ass with Charmin? Hell yes, I've seen that. I've seen every single thing that Ryan Gosling has ever been in, including all of Breaker High. Listen, I love Gail Weathers and I love Courtney Cox, but the way that people just, what is the thing that all the gays have just started endlessly saying, like, oh my God, she's mother, like she's serving pussy and cunt, I love her. Ooh. Yes to that with Gail, but I'm also like, everybody just selectively ignores that she's literally a villain and she's literally just spurs on what's going on. She continues writing books knowing that people look at these books and then decide to murder people. So she's just as responsible. So it's crazy to me that people just selectively ignore that because they think she's cool, or I don't know. What do you think of Steve's wig? Steve from Stranger Things? Who the fuck is Steve? Wait, he's wearing a wig? I thought this is real hair. I thought it was the other one that was in Power Rangers that had the horrible wig. I wonder if Sarah Michelle Gellar would ever come back if they made a proper Buffy revival. They should not. There should not be any more Buffy. Thank you, Jacob. I give birth in 5 days. Oh, good luck with that. Yep, and young Hercules. Yep. Yeah, Billy is the one that had the wig, and it was bad. If y'all tell me that that was not a wig, ugh. Gail shouldn't have been in a Scream movie after Scream 3. I love her character, but she isn't necessarily. It's just fan service at this point, because, like, my personal opinion, Sidney Prescott should not be in a movie unless she is the main character of the movie, because Sidney has not had a story since Scream 3. Scream 4 and Scream 5, she just exists. She's just there. She doesn't start the movie or end the movie in a different emotional place. So, like, I'm like, if you're going to bring them back, Sidney needs to be the main character. If you're going to keep bringing Gail back, she needs to die. Boink, marry, kill. Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Patrick Wilson. This is an evil question that you've just asked me. This is a really, really evil question. Marry Ryan Gosling, boink Chris. Well, yeah, boink Chris Evans, and then unfortunately I have to kill Patrick Wilson. But also, what is David doing? How far does he live from you? David is wrapping Christmas presents right now, and he lives 15 minutes from me. Mickey Mouse Club. Yup. Watching your videos has taught me I can't tell a wig from real hair. I can clock a bad wig from so far, y'all. Although there was somebody with a wig that y'all were like, that's a wig, and I did not catch that. I was shocked. I don't remember what it was, though. Nick, you and Pugapillar can't stand Gail. Well, Pugapillar is mean to Gail. I'm just honest about Gail. Hayden. Emma Duvall. I mean, Brooke was cool. Emma was the equivalent of watching, at least for me, was like watching paint dry. It was, oh my God. Now, that actress in The Fall of House of Usher, snaps to her. Are we getting Hell House 3? Like on the channel? I mean, I don't think so. Maybe. Wasn't the wig that shocked you Sydney's? Oh, when I met her? Oh. Well, the hair that she had when I met her. But are you talking about like her wig in Scream 3? Yeah, that was, I mean, little baby me did not know any better, but that props to the hair department for Scream 3 because I could not tell that was a wig. How is David's driving lessons go? We've only done the one so far. We haven't. It's been crazy with the holidays and stuff. Have you seen The House of Yes? I have not. How hard was it to get comfortable in your new place? I mean, it wasn't hard once I moved. Like the place itself is dope. I haven't had any issues with that. I mean, it was a little bit of an adjustment moving to a new state where I didn't really know anybody, but I'm fine now. So when Dewey finally died, were you sad or relieved? Dewey needed to die, but the way that they killed him was very stupid, in my opinion. Because, like, so if Amber was just chilling there on the floor, fully conscious and awake, was it like, is she Miss Cleo? Can she see the future? She knew that Gail was going to call at that exact moment. He would have just popped her right in the head. I'm just, but the thing that really bothers me about that scene, where Dewey dies, is, I mean, okay, there's a lot of things. Like putting aside the fact that there's seemingly nobody in this hospital, I could suspend disbelief for that. But the 5 and 6, as much as I love them, I love every single film. But in my opinion, 5 and 6 are the worst ones when it comes to the writing and continuity, because if Richie and Amber's plan was to pin everything solely on Sam, well, when Gail arrives where she sees Dewey being wheeled out on the stretcher, we see Richie standing there with Sam talking to the police, meaning that he was giving a police statement about what happened, standing next to Sam, which means Sam would have said Ghostface was in there. So if they were planning on pinning it on Sam, how was he going to be like, who was that in the hospital? It's dumb. But anyways. If you had to give up one thing, would it be horror movies or chicken nuggets? That's hard. That's a mean question. I mean, maybe chicken nuggets, I guess. I'm not giving up horror movies. That's life. Critters 2 for Easter 24. Oh, you know what? I should do Critters 2 on the channel. I loved the first one. Can we get story time on how David decided to move all the way there and how much did you influence him? So I actually did not influence him like straightforwardly at all. David had just wanted to, like, he's lived in New York for a long time and he wanted something new. And he heard me talking about Colorado and he decided to move. He wanted to be, I mean, he and I are very close, so he wanted to be closer to me. And now he is here and he loves it. What did you think of the characters of Audrey, Noah, and Brooke? Audrey, was that the lesbian one? Audrey, Scream. Hated it. Hated that character. I could not stand the character of, yeah, she was my least favorite character. Noah was annoying, but tolerable. Brooke, snaps for Brooke. Did you hear that Ryan Gosling is supposed to perform I'm Just Ken? I will be seated. I have not done a rewatch reaction to Mean Girls. Have you seen The Fall of the House of Usher? I'm halfway through it. Oh, I know all about Miss Cleo. Call this number now. I love her. Do I think that the writing in Scream 3 is better than the writing in Scream 4? Yeah. I mean, it's better dialogue for sure. I mean, the dialogue in Scream 3 is just comedy gold. It's very quick-witted, and I love it. I mean, neither 3 or 4 are as good as the first 2, in my opinion, but I love them still. Yeah, I should do Critters 2. Did you get to watch The Messy Exorcist Believer? I did. I watched that on my own, and it took me 2 weeks. I was able to get through maybe like 20 minutes at a time. I was like, oh my God. Which is surprising because I feel like everything up until the girls, like everything up until they bring in Ellen Burstyn, or however you say her name, was actually pretty good. But then the second that she shows up, that movie nosedives bad. Which Scream movie would you erase forever? I don't know, either 5 or 6. Yeah, I know about that documentary, James. Yeah. Have you listened to the Dead Man's Bones albums? Of course. I know what you did last summer reboot. Do you think it has any chance of happening? I think it'll happen. Is there a horror movie that you watch that scared or affected you so much, whether on the channel or otherwise, that you'll never watch again? I'll never watch... Oh, you know what? I don't even know if you would consider this a horror movie, but somebody paid to have me watch this movie called The Girl Next Door, not the 2004 comedy with Alicia Cuthbert, but I think it was 2007. If the person had not paid me money, I would have turned that shit off halfway through, because it was literally an hour and a half, and I'm not exaggerating with this number. They established the characters and the plot within the first 10 minutes, And then after that 10-minute point, from that point to the end of the movie is literally just this psycho woman who has her like niece chained up in the basement, and she's just letting boys and girls from the neighborhood come in and torture her and grape her. And it was a movie that, to me, I don't normally speak this way about movies very often, but it was completely devoid of any sort of artistic merit. That and a Serbian film. Those two movies, just ugh. What is a bagger? Which of your favorite horror movies would you choose to be able to watch for the first time again? Scream 2 or Halloween H2O? Your videos are giving production lately, the intro, the vlog, and the background of this live. Yeah, you know, I try to do what I can. How are the men in Colorado? I mean, they're beautiful. But I work a lot, so I think Scream 5 has the better story than Scream 6, but Scream 6 is more entertaining than Scream 5. Oh, I love the butterfly effect, but that is, like, when I was growing up, that was a little bit of a hard watch. Yeah, I know it's a real story, but I don't even want to look it up. Like, ugh. Where is somewhere you really want to visit? Tokyo, Antarctica, and Switzerland. Have you seen a YouTube channel called Dead Meat? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know who they are. Yeah, the comedy Girl Next Door, I do like that movie a lot. Oh no, James, my old videos, they were low production value. What are your plans for reactions in the new year? This is not an order, just movies that I know I'm going to do. 28 days, or not 20. Why am I saying that? What the fuck did I do? Oh, Silent Hill, Reanimator, for sure. VHS 85, Critters 2, probably. And like obviously the new stuff that comes out, but Reanimator, I think I might have already said that. Apparently, Chucky Season 3 Part 2 premieres in May. All right. Australia. Pug Pillar. What's your opinion on the Poltergeist films franchise? The first one, I think that the first Poltergeist movie is a masterpiece, an absolute masterpiece in filmmaking. The creepy old guy in the second one is creepy. I fully acknowledge that. But the movie, especially the end when they go into like the beyond or whatever it is, it's wow. And I've never finished the third one. That's the one it's in like an apartment building or something. What do you think of the Dead Meat channel? I don't watch the Dead Meat channel. Mostly because, I mean, I don't know what else they have on there. But like whatever the kill count thing is, I feel like if you want to hear that the person's opinion, that it makes sense for like somebody to watch those. But I've seen all the movies and I know who gets killed, so I feel like it's just watching a recap of the movies. But obviously they're massively popular, so there's clearly an audience for that. It's just like no shade to them or anything. It's just not something I watch. Are you doing any more Nick's favorites? I might do like a Nick's favorite for my birthday in March. I think I might want to do Drive in March. Oh yeah, the River. So I've decided I'm not doing every single Hannibal movie, but I will do next year. I am going to do at the bare minimum Hannibal Rising because I've not seen that one, and I'll eventually get to Red Dragon, but like I've watched the TV show and I've watched Manhunter, so I know the story of Red Dragon. So it's like not a priority, but Hannibal Rising I will be doing. Yeah, it's also kind of hard. Well, not like hard. Like I'm like, oh my god, but like it's weird watching Poltergeist 3 because Heather's cheeks are really big because of what was going on with her. So it's just like weird that watching it, knowing that she was probably hella in pain and stuff. The House of Yes, Parker Posey. I've never even heard of that movie. Have you seen the movie The Guest? Oh my god, yes. The Guest is one of my favorites. I pretty much love anything that Micah Monroe does, but yes, that it's amazing. Season 2 of Interview of the Vampire is coming soon. Will you watch it for Patreon? If people want me to, I will. I mean, I liked the first season. The first season was not as gay as people like to make it out to be, but I did like it. Yeah, I've heard Red Dragon is good. It's just I've never at all like I know nothing about Hannibal Rising, so I was gonna do a drive request for your birthday. Yeah, yeah, I'm probably gonna do that for the channel. You're a March baby like me. Yep, March 20th. I do not know what you guys are talking about in relation to Poltergeist 3. Heather, the little platinum blonde haired girl from all of the other movies, she died shortly after filming Poltergeist 3. I forget which she had off the top of my head, but like there was a thing where like her face would swell. So you can see when you watch the movie, like she has like chubby cupcake boy cheeks. Like that, like you clearly can tell that something's like weird on her face because she didn't look like that before. Have you seen the horror movie with Jensen Ackles called Devour? What? I've never heard of that. I remember when he played like a psychopath. The poster, though, I remember when he played like a psychopath in on Smallville, and that was really good. And then obviously I've seen My Bloody Valentine. I am a Pisces. That means I'm creative and I cry a lot. I'll probably watch. Like, I don't have a problem with 3-hour movies if it's something that like I can pause and get up and go and pee because I have the bladder. It's, but like editing a 3-hour movie, oh no, that would take 2 weeks. Any fear of reacting to fellow travelers after the reaction people had to your red, white, and royal blue? Yeah, people were so mad at that reaction, but like whatever. They still watched and commented. But no, I mean I know that it's like gay, but I don't know. I don't even know what fellow travelers is about. But it's just something that's just not. I have way too many other things that I need to get through first. Like I literally just started on my own Desperate Housewives for the first time. James, let me tell you something. When I went and I saw Infinity War in theaters and I was in my Spider-Man suit, my ex had to get up and rush to the bathroom with me just so that I can pee. Because I had to like look up online like when is it an okay time to go and pee. So I had to run to the bathroom and he had to like unzip me because I couldn't get out of it. It was a whole thing. How did you react when all of the other killers were finally acknowledged in Scream 6? So I was elated with joy. And then I saw on the bulletin board thing that they had that it said that Nancy Loomis and Mickey Altieri happened in 1997, and then it just nosedived because it's like these people never watched the previous movies. Scream 2 takes place in 1998. I saw the Chucky doll move his head behind you. I mean, his neck is probably tired. Which housewife is your favorite? Like from Desperate Housewives? Let me look it up. Because I've only watched like the first like 3 episodes so far. Desperate Housewives. Eva Longoria's character was fun so far. But yeah. Terry Hatcher's character just seems very boring to me. You ever see weird, cool 70s flicks? Fantastic. So I've seen Suspiria. I mean, I've seen both of them, but I've seen Suspiria. It's not one of my faves. I acknowledge all the things about it. It's just not one of my personal faves. But Phantasm, it's weird. Phantasm is a movie in which I love the vibes of the movie. Like, I feel uncomfortable whenever I watch it. I like the score. I like the old, like, gritty looking aesthetic that it has. I think everything in the mortuary with the tall man is frightening, but it's just not a movie that I can go back and rewatch because it's just, I don't know. It just doesn't really hold my attention that much. But I think I've seen every Phantasm movie. What's your take on vampire movies? I mean, it depends on the movie. Buffy is my favorite thing ever, so I mean, I'm down with vampires, but it depends on the movies. Like Underworld, yes. I Love You, Man. That's the name of a movie, which I like. A YouTuber is having a live and everyone starts warning him about the dolls coming to life behind him. Yeah, I think I haven't seen Phantasm in many years, but I remember feeling like I didn't understand what I watched. Have you ever watched the horror comedy House? Yes, I've seen both of those. So actually, it's going to be on this covers 2 questions because somebody has another question asking what I'm watching next year. But about Hitchcock, there is going to be some Hitchcock stuff on the channel next year because I've only seen like 2 Hitchcock movies. Now, I am 100% I'm going to be reacting to Psycho 2 on the channel, but I've seen Psycho like a million and gajillion times, so I'm not going to rewatch that for the channel. I'll probably do a rewatch for Patreon, but I will be doing the second movie on the channel because like his movies that I've seen, like I've seen Psycho and I've seen The Birds, but that's it. So I 100% I want to do Rear Window and I want to do Vertigo. Vertigo, hello. Sorry. Is it too soon for a Buffy reboot? Yeah, they do not need to do a Buffy reboot. Radio Silence should have caught it, but I blame a lot of the stuff on the writers. But yes, Radio Silence should have caught that. It always just shocks me, like when I go back and I like listen to the interviews with them all, but like when Scream 5 was coming out and they're talking about how like they're not just fans, they're super fans of the franchise. They know everything. I was like, really? It's a shame that the Sam actress, Melissa Barrera, could have used her hallucinating disorder. I gave up on the thing with Sam. Like I don't love her because I've only seen her in like 2 things, but I like Melissa Barrera, but I didn't I'm like indifferent to the character of Sam because I don't like the fact that they're like, let's play with the audience and see, is she going to become a killer? Is she not going to give in to her instincts or whatever? We all know that they're not going to do it. So I'm like, stop towing this line that we know that you're not going to do. I would love it if she became a killer, but they're not going to do it because they're like, mental health. We have to talk about. I'm like, some people fucking kill people. So have you been following the Charm Tea? A little bit. A little bit. Have you seen The Wailing? No. Oh, that reminds me. I have not seen The Wailing, but another movie that I am going to do for the channel is The Burning. I do like John Carpenter's Vampire. Oh, well, yeah, now that you're naming them. Like, yes, I love that movie. The Lost Boys is one of my favorites. 30 Days of Night is one of my favorites. I have all of the comic books. I've seen Let Me In, but I haven't seen Let the Right One In. Strangers on it. I've heard of Strangers on the Train. Yes, I've seen You're Next. Honestly, I'm happy with the Buffyverse continuing on in audio. I still haven't finished that. Are You Alone in the House? I haven't heard of that, but David just showed me the other day. What was that movie called? Movies. He showed me Someone's Watching Me, and that was so good. And Adrienne Barbeau played a lesbian, so I was really happy. And when I met Adrienne Barbeau, I was like, I just watched this movie and you were a lesbian. I loved it. Have you ever seen the Korean movie I Saw the Devil? I have not. The photo of Roman in Scream 6 was too recent and irked me. The photo of Billy Loomis in Scream 5 and Scream 6 irked me because it's literally a publicity still taken of him at Stu's house on the night of the party. Like, who took that photo? But see, here's the thing. There is a little bit of leeway that I have to give to some of these stupid things because I'm like, I can't sit there and say Scream 2 is my favorite thing and then criticize Scream 5 and 6 for things that happen in Scream 2. Like when they're watching the clips from Stab, like the Billy and Sydney scene, like nobody was there to witness that. Almost word for word. So like there is a little bit of like goofiness that you have to. Can you do Squid Games? Aren't they making a season 2 of Squid Games? So I haven't. Okay, here's the thing. I have not actually watched the first season of Squid Games, but I've watched a bunch of reactions because I have a weird thing where I love watching, like, to see what reactors are going to cry with certain scenes. And I knew that that was like a thing that everyone was crying at. So when that came out, I like went and looked through so many people's reactions just to see if how they were going to react to whatever scenes what were making everyone cry. But I don't like, I need to rewatch or I need to watch it on my own. And then if they do a season 2, I will be reacting to that on the channel. What did you think of the Buffy audio? I really want to love it. I really want to. I think it's cool that they made it. And I think it's a cute little thing for the fans. But I don't think that, at least for me, like I'm not invested in it because it's like the comic books. Like it's outlandish. Like Tara has a pet monkey named Bubbles and she's like evil and she's in a lesbian relationship with Drusilla. I'm like, really? But I mean, I will finish it, but I'm like, at least it's this original voices, even though some of them don't even sound the same. Are you a fan of the fact that Don Mancini keeps recasting actors in the Chucky TV series? I have I've gotten to the point where I fully acknowledge that the Chucky franchise will never, probably not ever be anything remotely similar to the way it was in like the first 3 to 4 movies. So at this point, I'm just like, whatever happens, happens. And I just sit back and I enjoy the ride. Hi, Carter. Yes, follow the House of Usher. I'm halfway through that on Patreon. Welcome to the party, Randy. Who would be your top 3 final girls? Aaron from You're Next. Oh, let's look up Final Girls. Final Girls in horror movies. Okay, so I would say Ellen Ripley. I literally just said her name. The chick from You're Next, and Jessica Biel in the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because to me, a final girl, well, and Alice from Resident Evil, if you count that. But the thing with final girls is I'm like, if you just so happen to survive based on luck, that to me does not qualify as a final girl. Final girl is somebody who fights for her life. And I know that a lot of people like say Sydney, which I get, but I should also point out that Sydney would have been dead in almost every single film that she was in had somebody not saved her at the last moment. But Sydney is kick-ass, don't get me wrong. It's not hard, but you should watch The Glory. Potentially. Oh, I love getting revenge on bullies. Yeah, I if they were going to do another Buffy thing, I would prefer them to make an animated series. I'd be hella down for that. What? Which Devon Sawa death was your favorite? When he gets killed with the brick. If you know, you know. Yeah, that's the thing. I thought I would be like the second that the audio thing came out, because I actually got I got the first 3 or 4 episodes like a week before they actually came out. And I really thought that I was gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna finish this all in a weekend. No. By the second episode, I was like, okay, I see where this is going. I'm excited. I wish Ryan Murphy stopped making American Horror Story and made a spin-off show fully based on the Coven Witches. I'm sure a lot of people would like that. Just read through the red, white, and royal blue comments. Yeah, I had to delete a bunch of comments because some of them were just like nasty. But yeah, I learned after that apparently the rom-com viewers on YouTube, they're cutthroat, but also I just sat there and laughed at all the comments because I'm like, imagine getting that upset because somebody else doesn't feel the same way about a movie as you do. Like, who cares? Like, I've never understand that, where everyone, like, the world is colorful because we have so many different colors. It would be boring if everybody liked the exact same thing. Like, it's dumb. So I don't know. That shit made me laugh. That movie was. I did like the girl from Sick, yes. What's your favorite tearjerker? I'm in the mood to cry. I mean, The Notebook, if you watch my Notebook reaction, I actually had to cut out a lot of footage because I was hysterically crying. But like Buffy and Angel always makes me cry. But yeah, I would say like movie-wise. The Notebook or Lars and the Real Girl. Lars and the Real Girl makes me cry every time. Oh, and Endgame. There's a bunch of recasts in Chucky. At least 3 off the top of my head. I saw the devil. Oh, that's a cool poster. Yeah, that's the thing with Red, White, and Royal Blue is like, even if I don't particularly like a movie when I'm watching it, I'm never mean about it. Like, the one thing that people do all the time that like annoys the shit out of me is when people refer to things as trash, or they say this they should stop making movies in this franchise. Well, if the movies are still making money, that means the people still go to the theater and watch them. So you don't have to watch them. You don't have to like them, but other people are allowed to like them. So like, chill out. What are some movies that you have no interest in seeing? I mean, there's lots. Let me see, because what are some movies that I have no interest in seeing? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I mean, there's a lot. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Have you looked into Fellow Travelers yet? Not yet. Sarah Connor counts, yes, especially the second one. Yeah, you got to give props to Ginny. I mean, she pissed herself, but I would too. I have seen all of the old Charmed, and I've seen the first season of the new Charmed. And the first season of the new Charmed, like, if you pretend it's not Charmed, it's not bad, but it wasn't something that like made me want to continue watching it. Yeah, I didn't hate Red, White, and Royal Blue. I didn't connect with it. Like I don't mind the actors, but like when he was like, I have to go, I can't risk you falling in love with me, I almost barfed watching that. I'm like, who would say that? And people are like, oh my God, really? Like, ooh. Well, yeah, I mean, the rom-com, that was my first experience with the rom-com community. So they were a little bit crazy, but I feel like every fan base says that. Like, every fan base is crazy. Let's be real. What? Wait. Let me see. Let me add. They reacted to The Mist. I love Nikki and Steven. They're a great channel. I remember when I first discovered Nikki and Steven React, and I was very confused as to why she kept going, oh, bitch, oh. And then I was like, oh, no, like that's literally what she sounds like when she's scared. So now I find it hilarious when she gets so scared. I've never seen Fried Green Tomatoes. Rank all the women Ghostface. Nancy Loomis. Well, Nancy Loomis, Jill, Amber. When will you continue Chucky season 3? They haven't released the rest of Chucky season 3. You got to take a picture of you, Alonda, and David. That's actually the plan. I was talking to Alonda about that. There's a framed photo that Buffy has in the early seasons, and it's her, Willow, and Xander. And me, Alonda, and David have said that when she comes to visit that we're going to recreate that photo. Okay, so here's the thing with Lars and the Real Girl. It'll say, this is the story of a man who falls in love with a sex doll. It's like, that is correct, yes, but it is not like there's no sex or anything like that. Like, it's a movie about mental health, and it is a beautiful movie. Beautiful. So don't let that synopsis turn you off. Like, it makes sense when you watch the movie. Are you too scared of any particular film to see it? No, I love being scared. I have not looked into that yet, Blake. Wait, a lot of people recommend you watch Climax, but you and David don't sound too interested. What the hell is Climax? When did that come out? Where did that come out? 2018? What is this movie? I think I might have seen a trailer for this. Like, the premise of this actually does sound really, really good. It looks like it's going to be trippy, but I also feel like it's not necessarily a movie that I would want to react to. That's like a movie I would want to watch on my own. I don't really have an interest in seeing another Disney live action remake. I've never seen any Disney live action remake. How long have you and David been friends? Like a year and a half, a little bit more. What would you think of a series in the Buffy universe of a Slayer Academy? I feel like maybe if they brought back the original writers from the show, that would be fine. Like, if they are going to do a reboot or something, like either an animated series or something set after what happens with Sunnydale, but not, I don't want a remake. We don't need a remake. There's no purpose. So I mean, as long as they did it well, a Slayer Academy show, I highly doubt that they would. Because some things are made during a specific time and they could only be made during a specific time and have that same impact. And I feel like that's Buffy to me. Like, I can't imagine Buffy resonating or having the same sort of like feel or anything like that if made today. I don't see that. What? We're crazy, but some of the comments were just rude. Oh yeah, I mean, because I said that I didn't like, I wasn't a huge fan of Red, White, and Royal Blue. Somebody like, you look like a lonely old gay who never goes out and touches the grass. Well, yes, but I'm like, really? When people react like that in the comment section, it makes me laugh because I'm like, I don't think y'all realize this is saying more about you than it's saying about me. P2 and Dead End. I've seen Dead End, but I love P2. It's one of my favorites. Randy needed to die. He needed to. I would love that photo, the one from the Halloween episodes where she's the noble girl. Because there's a couple. I think probably. I think that is. It's from like, she has her season 2 hair, so it's probably the season 2 one. Because she also has one in season 6 as well. That's different. But I don't like the season 6 one because I don't like Willow's hair. I don't think Alonda would ever come on the Horror Hour, to be honest. I don't think it's really her gig. But when, but literally, like, it was supposed to have been posted probably today. Originally, I had a ton of different like horror movie reactors here on YouTube. We were all going to do a big Zoom thing, and we were going to do a script reading of the original Scream. And Alonda was a part of it. It was, I mean, everybody from the Horror Hour, obviously, Horror Bandwagon, Patty Pumpkins, Alonda, like everybody. We had basically everybody. But then the whole shit happened with Spyglass, so that got shelved. Are you hoping for a King recast or a full shift from him to Doom? I read this morning that apparently they're not going to recast him, that they're going to still keep him around for a little bit, which probably means that they'll recast him, but that they're going to pivot and they're going to bring back an old villain, which I'm fairly certain is probably going to be Ultron, which makes sense considering Ultron is like crazy in What If. Did you know that Mr. Movies from You, Me, and the Movies Little One Fraction? Yeah, I did see on Twitter that they talked about that. I've never seen Witchboard. Blake, I'm gonna need you to chill. Like, I already answered your question. I don't understand why Disney refers to it as a live action when all of the animals are still CGI. Yeah, X-Files wouldn't be nearly as big either. There was actually something that I was watching not too long ago, and it was talking about like why things don't become quote unquote iconic. Like, I know like the gay community loves to call every single thing iconic now, but why things don't stick is because now that we're in the digital age, there is so much more content that it's in one ear and out the other. Like, after, music, once you see it, it's like it doesn't stick around because there's constantly new content. Whereas, in the 80s and 90s, like, yeah, we still had stuff, but we didn't have anywhere near as much stuff as we do now. So it's a lot harder for things to stick in pop culture. What? Hold on. What is that? Somebody asked about Lars von Trier. I'm like, I know that name, but what have I seen him in? Or what movies of his have I seen? Lars von Trier. Why do I feel like I've seen something that he's done? I have no idea. I have no idea what I've seen that he's done. You should do a live stream where you and David go outside and touch grass. We should, and then we should go out. We go outside and we touch grass, and then we rewatch Red, White, and Royal Blue, and still feel the exact same way. What kid do you think is cuter, Andy or the kid from Chucky season 3? Andy, but the kid from Chucky season 3 is super cute too. Yeah, Alanda's a little bit. Well, I mean, in her videos. Who would have read for who? Oh, God, I don't have the little list. Well, maybe I do. Let me see if I still have that. I might have deleted it. Is it this? I don't know if I still have the list of who was reading for who. Is it in my... No. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head anymore. Oh, I know that Jay Meets World, she was playing Sydney. I remember that. Oh, and George was playing Billy or Stu. Speaking of What If, did you see? I have not watched that yet. I think I might actually in January, I might do What If maybe on the channel. Because those are like 30-minute episodes, so that's hella easy to edit. Maybe. It'll either be on the channel or Patreon, but we'll see. Because if I end up doing Doctor Who on the channel, then What If will go on Patreon. Fellow Travelers is another tragic gay love story. Yeah, I can't. It's... I'm down for a gay movie that isn't cringe and doesn't involve somebody getting AIDS or bashed and... Ugh. Will the script reading still happen some other time? Yeah. We're all still on board to do it eventually. We might do a different movie, though. Will you be continuing Silent Night, Deadly Night this year? I don't know. I feel like the first two are like the biggest ones, so I don't know if I'll do more than that. I'll probably watch them on my own, but... Color of Night. I've never heard of that. Thanksgiving, the movie, is a good... I enjoyed it. I mean, it's not like a groundbreaking movie or anything, but it was a completely enjoyable and serviceable slasher movie. Yeah, I think we'll if anything, we'll probably do a script reading of the original Halloween. Yeah, I'm like, if I'm supposed to believe that Chad survived all of those wounds, y'all can't believe that the voice changer in Scream 3 is a thing? Like, really? Have you seen Stay Alive? Is that the video game horror movie? Because I have seen, with Frankie Muniz, I think. I have seen that. I do like that. What's your favorite modern day horror movie? Oh, God, I don't know. Modern day? I mean, I don't know. Off the top of my head, that's a lot. Oh, David was Tatum. Tu Wong Fu. I have seen that movie, yeah. Are you going to watch Echo? Hell yeah, I watch everything Marvel. Although, to be fair, I have not finished Morbius yet. I mean, I would say, oh, well, Thanksgiving, I mean, you could just probably find it somewhere to download online. Because it's not in theaters anymore. Because I was to say, if it's in theaters, then you can just be like, yeah, I want to buy a ticket for Saltburn, and then just walk into Thanksgiving. I just saved a gay Christmas movie on Netflix about, or saw, probably saved, I don't know, about best friends who will likely end up together. It looks super cute. It has the actor who played, I've never seen Ugly Betty. Pugga should do a reaction to Dante's Cove. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's already watched all of it. What are your thoughts on the newest phase of Marvel? I mean, you went from every single thing with the first 3 phases, at least for me, every single thing being quality, amazing, progressively just gets better and better. And then I feel like you had Endgame, and then you had WandaVision, and you had season 1 of Loki. And then since then, everything has been a very much so a hit or miss, whatever creative direction that they switch to. But they've announced that they're going back to the original way of doing things, which they never. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. But it's very inconsistent. The quality is either good or bad. The CGI looks like shit a lot of the times now. But some of it is still very, very good. Like, let me look up. Like, Loki season 2 was really, really good, although I didn't really quite understand it. I loved Hawkeye. Eternals was decent, but it had far too many characters. Shang-Chi was pretty decent. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was really, really good. And with the thing with Jonathan Majors, I don't know why they just... I feel like maybe the reason that they don't want to just keep him or keep that character around and just completely recast and continue as planned is because there's been such negative feedback about the quality over the last couple of years. So I feel like they're just like, let's start fresh and just forget it ever happened. I've not read Silver Bullet, but Silver Bullet is one of my like old school favorites. I just watched, because I had never seen it, The People Under the Stairs. I just watched that on Patreon this week. And when the creepy ass guy in the gimp suit thing or whatever, when he popped up, I'm like, why do I know him? And he was the preacher from Silver Bullet. Your reaction to seeing the grown Billy speak silent. Oh, that man was fine. I thought Thanksgiving was incredibly forgettable. Yeah, I was going to react to that. I was going to react to Thanksgiving, and I was going to react to It's a Wonderful Knife or whatever. But then the spyglass thing happened, so there went reacting to Thanksgiving, and other people reacted to It's a Wonderful Knife, and people like the viewership just wasn't there. People just seemingly just didn't give a shit. So I was like, no, I'll just watch that on my own. But I haven't watched it yet. Why doesn't David want to watch The Faculty? He'll probably do it in January. He's just got other stuff that he's doing first. Do you watch Drag Race? I do. I have not watched every season of All Stars, though. But of course, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar is going to be guest host. Literally, me and David are going to a gay bar, whatever one plays it, so that we could all be around all of that stuff when she comes on screen, because I will be screaming. What about John Waters? Which Kyle Gallner performance was your favorite and your least favorite? Let's see what things he's done. I always forget that he's in Red Eye. I mean, my favorite is probably Jennifer's Body. Although it's not like he really has a lot to do. He was good and he was great in Smile. And I thought he did good in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. It's just not a good movie. It's just a good performance in a bad movie. Have you seen Them? I have not. I thought John Waters was dead. Isn't John Waters in Chucky the second half of season 3? I thought they were bringing him back. I'm so ready for X-Men to get the writing and budget of the big Marvel movies. That's the only superhero stuff I care about other than the boys. I mean, I'm down for the X-Men showing up. Do y'all remember the Kristen Bell movie Pulse? She probably doesn't even remember it. Yeah, I was really excited for Moon Knight, but I really didn't connect with it. Wakanda Forever was really, really good. I'm just not on. I'm like, with Shuri being the new Black Panther. I'm just like, But it was beautiful to look at. I'll give you that. What would you do if Marvel brought Chris Evans back? I mean, I can't talk about that on camera. Justin Long's teeth in It's a Wonderful Knife hit me like Gale's bangs did in Scream 3. What's wrong with his teeth? Oh, I love Serial Mom. People Under the Stairs is already on Patreon. I've seen Salem's Lot. I have not reacted to it. Aren't they making another one? Is there an obscure horror movie that most people haven't heard of or that isn't talked about a lot that you have seen and recommend? That is a valid question. Let me look at my Patreon list because there's a bunch of stuff that people have had me watch on Patreon that honestly has been insanely good. Let's see. Deadstream is really, really good. Sissy is really, really good. The Bay is really, really good. 2019, a movie called Swallow is so good. That movie is so good. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. I say go to my Patreon and look at the pinned post that's free for everyone to look at that has everything that I reacted to, like, because some of those movies are amazing. All right, let's see. What are people saying? Would you watch a foreign horror film? Some people hate having. I'm hard of hearing, so I have subtitles on all the time, so I have no problem doing it. Is The Passengers? Oh, that's like been on my list to watch. That's the one where he's like, there's like something like a fast food restaurant or something that they're like working at or something like that. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Do you have any new celebrity crushes since the first live stream with David? I mean, probably not. I think lots of people are attractive, but I'm fairly, I can't think of anybody new. Salem's Lot is long because I feel like it's originally it was like a television thing. Favorite Buffy, non-big Buffy episode, aka I mean, I love every episode of Buffy, but like Beer Bad is so funny to me, and everyone hates that episode, and I think it is so funny. Nick, did you think that Chad was dead? Everybody thought that Chad was dead, but that movie should be called Scream Fake Out because that's all they did with everybody, and he should be dead. Coherence. Oh, there was a movie. I don't know what year it was. It was on Netflix. I think it was called Circle. That movie was really good. Yeah, the final battle in Wakanda Forever is a mess to look at. But everything else, like when they have the funeral and everything, gorgeous. He wears fake teeth? Like, is there a reason that he wears fake teeth? Or did he get like 2000s Hillary Duff veneers? Christy was, that's River. Christy is the one, that's the Thanksgiving one where she's in the college alone, right? Because that was so good. I have watched Terrifier 2. I've heard of Influencer. I think somebody just recommended I watch that on Patreon, so that actually might end up being watched fairly soon. No, People Under Stairs, everything. I don't remember what the first one was that I started adding the time thing on. But everything on there now, like that I've done within the last like 3-4 months has the timestamp on it. The only one that didn't, that I have since fixed, was VHS. And that was literally because I set that up to render right before I went to bed, and I was really tired and I forgot to add it. But I've since went back and added it. Although I guess I could technically go back. That would take a long time. Maybe slowly but surely I'll go back and start adding that to the older ones. Are you really hard of hearing? I'm half deaf. Yeah, I have like 20% in one ear and like 10% in the other ear. So there's like times where people could be sitting next to me whispering and I have no idea what I didn't even know that they're talking. I think it would be cool if you did like a top 5 movies you'd recommend to close the year out every year. I don't disagree. Favorite moment in the Hannibal series? Girl, that series. I really like, I think it's the 3rd season. I really, really like the scene where Hannibal and Will, they meet again and they're like in a library or they're in a museum or something. And they like sit down. It's just the way like unspoken that they just look at each other. Delicious. Delicious. Yeah, I know about the Melissa Brera situation. Terrifier is something that like I've seen the first 2. I've not seen All Hallows Eve. I think that's the first thing that he was in. But it's like I've seen it once. I don't need to see it again. I will react to Terrifier 3, but that's going to be a nightmare to have to edit just because I don't want to have to watch it again. Did you ever see Brand New Cherry Flavor? I have not. I forgot about that. So it's the movie Devil. Is that the one with the elevator? Because I've seen that. Hi, Allie. Is that RC? Is that not? Why am I Namor? Is he over? I thought that they proved that wasn't even real. Thoughts on the Marvels? I thought it was better than Quantumania and a bit better than Thor 4, but still bad. I liked the Marvels, honestly. I didn't necessarily like the fact that they felt the need to lump 3 different characters into one movie like that together. But I enjoyed it. I mean, Quantumania was, nah, it was, it looked like shit, I'll tell you that much. She-Devil. I have not, but David keeps telling me to watch that. Do you think the HBO Max Friday the 13th series? I mean, it's by what's his face that did Hannibal, so I'm sure it's good. Going to be really good if it comes to fruition, because yet another person that seemingly just gets hit with lawsuits like constantly. You can't watch everything because everybody's just getting hit with a lawsuit. I know you said that you collect comics. Is there something from them you'd like to see brought into a Spider-Man movie? Yeah, I'm sick and tired of teenage, high school, college age Peter Parker. The character of Peter Parker in the comic books has not been in high school or college for like 30 or 40 years. Like he was only in that age for like maybe, I don't know, within the first 200 comics, it's not even all of that. So it's just ridiculous that we keep focusing on him as a kid. Like, let him be. That man is like he's smarter than Tony Stark in the comic books. He has his own company. They need to bring that. Have you ever visited the UK? I have not. Yeah, I'll probably start slowly but surely going through and adding the time sink into stuff. I mean, I've seen stuff on Tubi. Yeah, I enjoyed the Marvels, honestly. Yeah, I will watch their Horror Bandwagon's reactions once I'm done with that show, for sure. I'll give his DC universe a chance. Like I'm not like I prefer Marvel. I'm Marvel through and through, but I don't dislike DC. Like they're like all the Michael Keaton Batman movies. Yes, I would say out of like DC, like Batman, well, specifically Nightwing is my favorite character from DC, but like the Batman universe, all of that stuff, like I like that. It's just with the old DCEU or whatever the hell it was called. It was like 90% of it was just bad, in my opinion. Some of it I did like. Yeah, She-Devil kept getting recommended after I reacted to what the hell is that movie called? Death Becomes Her. Oh, I didn't spoil anything with the Marvels, don't worry. I just said whether or not I liked it or not. I'm so oily. Ugh. Opinion on Game of Thrones ending. We don't talk about that. It was so bad. It was so bad. That entire last season was so bad. Have you seen the escape room movies? Yes. What time is it? Oh, it's 8:20 here. $102. So I'll probably end this in about like, I don't know, 15 minutes because I have to record. What am I recording for Patreon after this? Christmas Bloody Christmas. I think that's what it's called. Christmas Bloody Christmas? Yeah, I'm reacting to that after. I was supposed to react to that last night, but then ended up in the damn emergency room. So now I can watch it tonight. Is there any reactors that you've seen react to Scream and laugh at a line that you hate the most? Give me an example. I'm not sure what you mean. I did see or hear about the Mads Mikkelsen picture. I love Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I love Breaking Bad. Before Roseanne went crazy. Yeah, she did go crazy. The original Roseanne is one of my favorite shows of all time. But yeah, she's nuts now. What horror movie are you looking forward to next year? Says True. Maxine for sure. Maxine, the Strangers movies. I think the new Talk to Me, the prequel or the sequel or whatever the hell, I think that comes out next year. But definitely, I would say the biggest two that I'm excited for are Maxine and Nosferatu. Have you watched? I have not watched House of Dragons, honestly. It's like maybe I will someday. It's just not really a. Will you ever upload the full reactions to Hannibal on your Patreon? I don't have those anymore. I don't keep my reactions saved. Reacting, how are you not exhausted? I mean, I am exhausted, but that was because this last month there was somebody that had sent me like a private DM or whatever and was dealing with like medical issues and stuff. So they sent me a bunch of money and asked me to react to a bunch of stuff. So I've been trying to get that done before the end of the year. And I've finished that now, but that I was a little bit behind on everybody's requests. So technically I was supposed to have posted Christmas Bloody Christmas today, but because of the events of last night, I wasn't able to. So now I have to watch that before bed tonight, but. Oh, for example, the I am gay line. Oh, from like Scream 4. Like, I mean, yeah, there's definitely reactors that react differently and feel differently about stuff from those movies. Like, there was some reactor that I was watching and they watched Scream 2 And they were like, what the hell did Gail do to her hair? Her hair looks horrible. And I was like, no, Helen Keller. Scream 2 is the best that her hair has looked. But that's, personal question. Feel free to ignore. Are you close to your family, like mom, any siblings? I mean, they don't live near me, but I am close with my mom, and I talk to my brother. Like, my brother's we have a very big age gap. He's like 10 years younger than me. So I don't have an issue with my brother. I love my brother. We just don't like talk a lot because, but I am close with my mom. What should they do with the Chucky series when Brad Dourif passes? They should end it. I know that people would say to have Tiffany take over. But the thing is like, while I love the Chucky TV series, the way that Tiffany is portrayed doesn't feel like the Tiffany from Bride of Chucky or Seed of Chucky. It feels like a different, like they instructed her to behave differently. Like, even the way she delivers her lines, it's still good because it's Jennifer Tilly, but it doesn't feel like Tiffany to me. So and not to mention the fact, like, if you watch Bride of Chucky or the original Child's Play, and then you listen to them now in the TV show, you can hear how much different their voices sound because they're older. Like, even Tiffany doesn't sound the same way, or Jennifer Tilly. So I would just feel like if Chucky, once Brad Dourif passes, I feel like they should end it. If they don't, I'll still watch it, though. Is the new Final Destination finally coming out in 2024? I have no idea. They keep saying that they're going to do it, but have you seen Violent Night with David? Yeah, I have. I was not a fan, honestly. Did they announce a Conjuring 4? Will Patrick be in it? That's the real question. I didn't even know that they had one. They even have a poster? What the? Oh, the other Farmiga, Thaisa, she's in it too? Oh, playing. Oh, balls. That means I have to watch The Nun 2. Oh, The Nun 1 was an exercise in patience. Damn. But yes, I love the Conjuring movies. So yeah, I will definitely watch. Rank every David Arquette look that he has in every Scream movie. Scream 4, David Arquette is the only one that matters. The Fallout with Jenna Ortega, I've seen that. Have you seen Sense8? Yep. Thank you, Dr. Ida Fariba. Thank you. Will the movie you are watching tonight be the only Christmas movie you're reacting to this month? Well, I reacted to that weird thing on... what the hell is that thing called? Let me see. It's a Wonder... Or I Believe in Santa Claus or whatever. Weird movie. I mean, I did that. But yeah, other than that and the one I'm watching tonight, that'll probably be the only thing. Because I'm not going to be watching anything... like, there's not going to be a video next week, just as an FYI. Like, I need a little bit of rest. So with the holidays next week, there's no video. But Christmas Bloody Christmas, yeah, I'm excited to watch that for sure. Are there any TV shows that you would never watch again? I mean, I would watch Game of Thrones again. I would just stop it before the last season. But I don't think TV shows that I would never watch again. No, because like generally, unless I'm reacting to something, if I don't like it, I'm not going to continue watching it. Okay, so opinions on the Daredevil TV show. I have not. I've watched like the first four episodes. It's on my agenda to still do, but like the old school Netflix Marvel shows I have not watched. I've seen a little bit of Jessica Jones, but I will, before whatever the new Daredevil show is or whatever, I will watch all of that. Ayo, King, Mary Crimbo. What the hell is Crimbo? But Mary Chrysler to you as well. What the hell is Mary Crimbo? Now I need to look this up. Crimbo. Wait, an informal word for Christmas. Oh, today I learned. You kids and your newfangled slang. Have you seen Pugapilla reacting to Happy Death Day and Chucky TV series? You know I don't watch that man's videos. But yes, I have seen. I've seen his Happy Death Day one. And I've seen like the big moments for the Chucky ones, but not like the full episodes. Next video, Nick says Boo reads the wiki for the Nun too. I mean, I'll watch it. I'm just not. Ugh. The first one. Ugh. I have not watched Better Call Saul, no. Did David give you that Chucky doll? He did for Christmas last year. Did you like Kirby in Scream 6? I feel like she should have been the mastermind. But I always love me some Hayden Panettiere. Favorite Game of Thrones character? Let me look this up. Game of Thrones. I really like the older lady. I think she got killed, but I really liked her. Let me see. Let's go to the ones that people. I mean, I liked Robb Stark, but that was more because he's a beautiful man. Let's see. Sansa, I wanted to punch her. I mean, a lot of these I wanted to punch. Oh yeah, Olenna Tyrell. She was a bad bitch. Oh, and I also liked the one. What's his name? Varys. The one that like didn't have genitals or whatever. He was dope. Oh yeah, I'll watch all of the Netflix Marvel stuff, but yeah. Who's your favorite Scream Queen and King? I feel like I mentioned the Scream. Ellen Ripley probably, and then King. A Scream King? Oh shit, I don't know. Who the hell? Scream King's Horror. Who even is there? Off the top of my head. I mean, I feel like Ash is like the easy answer. Yeah, probably. I guess Ash. Or what's his face? Ed Warren, the version from the movies anyway. You may have mentioned this. What is your plans for Christmas and New Year's? Me and David, or for Christmas, me and David, we have a cabin like on a farm where you could pet the animals and stuff, and we're gonna be in onesies, just cooking and watching movies, watching Endgame and all that jazz, and just taking a break from civilization for the weekend. And then for New Year's, I am flying to Tennessee with two of my best friends. Proper Crimbo? I've not even heard of that. Slice of 2000s British culture. We don't talk about what they did to Daenerys. Oh my god. If you had a chance to write and or create a Scream or Halloween movie, would you do it? I wouldn't do it by myself because I don't like I know like I'm not a screenwriter, so wouldn't be able to do that by myself, but I would do that. I always say like if they make a Scream movie or they make a Halloween movie, I would like to be like I would love like it's my biggest goal in life. It'll probably never happen, but the number one thing that I would love is to just be able to be in a horror movie. But I always say like with the Scream and Halloween movies, if they're going to make one that isn't a complete remake or a reboot or something like that, then they should have somebody on staff who is a massive fan of these movies. Because like all of those plot holes in Scream 5 and 6, all the continuity errors, those would not have been there if I was around. Because I don't even need to look at the damn movies to know exactly what's going on. So I would like to be that person. Or like the Dewey in Scream 3, like somebody who's lived through everything, knew the real people. That would be me. That's what I would want to do. Who is your favorite MCU and DC character? My favorite Marvel character in general is Spider-Man, but my favorite MCU character is Steve Rogers. My favorite DC character is Nightwing. Which Sharknado movie is your favorite? Sharknado 2, for sure. Mary Christine Baranski. It's not spooky. Like, it literally looks like it was thrown up from like a Christmas book. What is one lesson you've learned this year that you will never forget? Don't trust a fart. No, I'm just kidding. A lesson that I've learned this year. To wear goggles the next time I jump out of an airplane. Are there any 80s horror franchises you haven't seen? That's a good question, actually. Wait. 80s horror franchises. Let's see. Do they have a list of all of them? I feel like I've seen most of them. Well, like the Return of the Living Dead's, like all of those. I've seen like maybe like 2 or 3 of those, but I have not seen all of those. Yeah, I don't know. I need like a list of all like horror franchises. Let me see if I can find something. Horror film franchises. Okay, let's see. I've seen every Alien movie. I've seen every Predator movie. I've seen every Blade movie. Blair Witch. I've seen all of those. Chronicles of Riddick. I love Chronicles of Riddick. I've only seen the first Critters, so maybe that counts. I've seen a couple of the From Dusk Till Dawn movies. Gates of Hell. I've never even heard of that. Oh, it says that it's not even really a franchise. Yeah, I feel like I've seen all the Phantasms. I've seen every Puppet Master. I love Puppet Master. I love Puppet Master. Seen all the Lost Boys. I've never heard of Massacre. I've never even heard of that. Oh, Slumber Party. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, I think I've seen at least one of every horror franchise from the 80s. Toxic Avenger. I've never seen that. Aren't we supposed to be getting a bonus episode of Yellow Jackets for season 2? I'm gonna be real honest though. I mean, I don't know about that. I did hear that. Don't tell nobody, but I don't know if I'm gonna react to season 3 of Yellow Jackets. Nick, if you were to find out that there was a version of Scream 4 that didn't have the filter in the movie, would you watch it? I mean, I would watch all versions of Scream. That is correct, Jelly Beans. Yeah, I've never seen The Toxic Avenger. How would you react if you met David Arquette? I would ask him if I could give him a hug. Like, I didn't freak out when I met Neve Campbell. Like, I love Neve Campbell, but I just didn't freak out. The only people that I freaked out meeting was Chris Evans and David Boreanaz. I mean, if anything, I'll do it for Patreon, River. I just don't know. Because, like, the thing with what some people don't understand is, like, your reactors are trying to grow their channel. So we have to kind of determine what is going to get views. Like, there's a ton of things that I would have loved to react to, but ain't nobody looking up reviews or reactions to it. And the numbers for Yellow Jackets drastically dropped from season 1 to season 2. Those two are definitely worth freaking out over. Oh my God, can you talk about your interaction with Chris Evans? So I was standing in line and I had headphones on. I was like listening to like the Avengers score. And so I didn't hear any announcements. I did not hear that like they're like you're not allowed to hug, you're not allowed to touch, you're not allowed to shake hands, and nothing. So I didn't know about that. So I was just trying to like pump myself up because I was really, really nervous. So then as soon as they pulled the curtain back and told me to go in, and then I saw him and he looked at me and I was, oh my God. And then I basically slid over to him. But I walked up to him, and it's one of the, like, I've learned this because I've met a bunch of celebrities at these conventions, is like, you can't, 90% of the time, the way that they look in movies is not the way that they look in real life. Like, he's not as built as he is in the movies, and he's talked about that, but he's not like skinny, but like, he's like my height. And I just walked up to him and I was like, can we like give like a bear hug? And he like thought about it for a second. He was like, yeah, sure. So then we took the picture, and I was holding on to him for dear life. Like, I was Rose, and that man was the damn door floating in the water from Titanic. Okay. And it was great. And I didn't want to wash the shirt, but I really, really liked the shirt. What Alonda reactions are your favorites? The Taking of Deborah Logan, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and majority of the Scream ones. Oh, and Halloween H2O. Would you ever consider doing a rewatch of the OG? Not for like reactions, but I do plan on rewatching that soon because it's been like 10 years since I've watched it. I think Heartstopper helped the channel grow. Yeah, Heartstopper is good. Oh yeah, Sleepaway. Her reaction to Sleepaway Camp 2 was amazing. Hello. I don't want to like butcher your name, but hello. My Friday was fine. It was fine. I'm tired, but it's fine. Oh my God, thank you for saying that, RC, because I was talking yesterday to David about People Under the Stairs, and he was like, oh my God, Alonda's reaction to that. And I forgot. I never watched her reaction to that because I had never seen the movie at the time. So now I have something to watch later. Yeesh. Will you be reacting to Heartstopper Season 3? Yes. Oh, yeah. You know what? I take that back. Remove Halloween H2O. Oh, well, keep Halloween H2O there, but I love her reaction to Hereditary. What do you think that they'll do with Chucky after Season 3? I hope that they give it a couple of years. Well, I don't know, because how old is Brad Dourif? He's got to be getting up there because he looks old. Yeah, he's 73. I say that they make one final movie and call it a day. Yeah, she did not like Winnie the Pooh. It was still an entertaining reaction, though. I just watched your vlog, and it made me so happy watching you geek out and all this kind of like, yes. I have never read the Heartstopper comics, no. Chucky has run its course. It's getting hard to watch. Like, I don't find it hard to watch. I just don't take it. Like, I feel like a lot of the elements that I fell in love with about that franchise are not there anymore. So I watch it for a different reason now. It's just like watching campy, goofy shit. And I still very much so enjoy it. Although I don't really care about the kids in the TV show. They just don't really give them anything to do. I don't know why Brad is knocking on heaven's door. I don't know why I thought you were talking about Brad Evans. Yeah, I think the problem with Chucky is that you have so many characters that have been introduced over the course of this franchise that they're constantly trying to juggle and share screen time between all of them, and I don't think it works. And I think it's more like trying to shock the audience now versus telling like a coherent story. Have you ever seen Night of the Comet? Yeah, I watched that a couple months ago on Patreon. Chance, I don't know if you're still here, but thank you for sending me money on Cash App. I appreciate that. You mean like Miss Fairchild? Don't even get me started on Nadine. Who have you seen react to Chucky season 3? Horror Bandwagon. Did you watch The Last of Us? I did. So I did the first season of Last of Us on Patreon, but I don't know. Whenever season 2 comes out, I will be doing that on the channel for sure. The TV, because I don't always want to put a bunch of TV shows on page or on the channel, because the problem with me is when you're editing a video, like it's fine for a movie because I spend, a week, over the course of a week, 15, 20 hours editing a video. And then I put that out and I don't have to think about it anymore. I'm not in that universe, that world anymore. Whereas with a TV show, like with Yellow Jackets, I love Yellow Jackets, but I was so over Yellow Jackets by the end of season 2 because it was literally week after week after week. That's all I was just dealing with Yellow Jackets. But there is certain, like I know that I might be doing Doctor Who on the channel. Chucky, anything Chucky will be on the channel because Chucky, I mean, it's goofy as shit now, but I mean, it's Chucky. I love Chucky. I love Chucky. Love Chucky. What else? Whenever in 17 years, when they eventually make another season of Euphoria, that will be on the channel. If they do Squid Game season 2, that will be on the channel. But yeah. Nick, do you have a favorite video game? Alien Isolation, one of the greatest games ever made. I'm so distracted by Chucky and Annabelle looking like a couple waiting for their third. Nick, would you ever watch The Mean One? I might actually watch that this weekend with David, like on Christmas. Because he keeps talking about when we were originally going to do that for the channel, but then we switched to Bottoms. Did you watch Sherlock? I have not. I've heard The Mean One is awful. Anything of that ilk is my gig. I love it. Winnie the Pooh, people are like, this, my childhood. I was like, this movie is amazing. This movie should have won an Oscar. I probably won't do a rewatch of Saltburn for the channel now. The Umbrella Death and Silent Night, Death and Night. And that's the second one, right? And he kills him in the alley. It's very outlandish, but like think of that compared to the Umbrella Death with Kenan Thompson. Like it almost makes sense in Silent Night, Deadly Night, like the logistics of it, but it did not make sense in Chucky, even though it was hilarious to watch. Are there any recent slashers that you hope become an icon like the classics? I don't know. Recent slasher movies. I don't know, because I feel like there really hasn't been. I haven't watched It's a Wonderful Knife yet. I don't even know what recent slasher movies would have a person like that. Yeah, that was one of my critiques, Enrique, of Chucky season 3 is they would have a character have a death and it undermined it by having them do some sort of a gag afterwards. I prefer Chucky when it's a little bit more grounded in reality. I mean, yes, it is a killer doll. Like, I get that. But I prefer Chucky when it is one doll and they're not constantly trying to aim for jokes. I think, like, and I also significantly prefer the animatronics of the original first 4 movies before they switched to the new person that does it. Like, no shade to him, but like the doll, I feel like how realistic the doll looked in the first 4 movies was part of the draw for the character. And now it just, although it looked okay, it looked better in season 3. I will say that. Art the Clown, yeah, will probably become, I would say, yeah, I guess technically Art the Clown. What is your favorite Wes Craven movie other than the first 4 Scream movies? Wes Craven's New Nightmare. It's my favorite Freddy movie. Do you have a favorite foreign horror film that you think is underrated that you recommend to watch? A foreign one? I don't even know what best. Wait. Foreign horror movies. I mean, off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of the things that I've even watched. I mean, like all like the, you know, like the Ringus and Ju-on for sure, but those aren't underrated. You will never catch my ass watching Inside again. Absolutely not. El Orfanato was decent. Oh, Train to Busan, but in regards to being underrated, that I don't know. Because everything that I've seen that I like people like that. They remade Inside? Absolutely not. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Yeah, I prefer animatronic puppet or animatronic Chucky versus puppet Chucky. Aunt Maggie was a real bitch and got what was coming to her. The Wailing. Yeah, The Wailing. Somebody mentioned The Wailing earlier. So, all right, let's see. All right, 8 minutes. Then I have to clock out so I can watch this other movie. Oh no, my headphones died. Do I have a charger somewhere? No. I like the Suspiria remake. I didn't understand. It was a little bit too like artsy, you know, for me. Visually, it was great. I just didn't understand it. It's for people far more intelligent than me, I guess. I think I've seen Shudder. Is Shudder the one? Because there's a movie. Maybe it's Joshua Jackson. There's a movie where at the end they reveal, like, he's like, "Oh, my shoulders hurt," and there's a fucking, oh, I'm gonna get demonetized. Whatever. There's a ghost like chilling. Apparently, the entire movie was just like chilling on his shoulders or something. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that, and I've seen Pulse during like the giant J horror remake. I don't know if, or whenever when they were doing all of those movies, because I see there was Pulse, Shudder, and then what's the other one that they made that was bad? But One Missed Call. Although that was my ringtone. Just in the nick of time, Max, because we got 6 minutes left. Family friendly float, yeah. What is your favorite Sarah Michelle Gellar movie? Oh, I mean, probably The Grudge, but I mean, I've seen every single Sarah Michelle Gellar movie. Obviously, she is my queen. Oh, well, no, either The Grudge or I Know What You Did Last Summer, or The Grudge, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and Cruel Intentions are like my 3 favorite movies from her. And then I mean, Scream 2, of course. But then there's also what was the other one? I mean, Scooby-Doo, obviously. But like she's got a lot that I like. She's in a movie called The Air I Breathe, and that movie is really, really good. Yeah. I have not seen Martyrs. People keep trying to get me to watch Martyrs and some Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Let me look at my pictures. I forget because there was a ton of other places that me and David went on that trip, like locations that we didn't video. Let me see which ones. All right, let's see. Where did we go? So I got a picture sitting on the porch. I posted a picture of this, though. I got a picture on the porch or on the stoop that Lori sits on from the original Halloween. Where else did we go? Went to the movie theater from Scream 2. The fraternity house from Scream 2. Glory's apartment thing from Buffy. What is that? Oh. The Elm Street house, the American Horror Story house, the school/mansion, Halloween H2O, Scream 3 we went. I feel like there was something else. Buffy's house, Buffy's school. Where else? The supermarket from Drive, Hyperion Hotel, the house from Insidious, Charmed, Michael Jackson, Thriller. What the hell else we saw? That might have been it, actually. I mean, yeah, Scooby-Doo is an amazing movie. Bye, Smudgy. Au revoir, poor Johnny. I love Simply Irresistible, and it always made me laugh that the cover of Simply Irresistible was literally a promo photo for Buffy. Yeah, y'all are warning me about Martyrs. Oh God, is it like gory or is it scary? Petition to extend the live for another 30 minutes. So The Return was good. The Sarah Michelle Gellar movie, it was good. It just wasn't great, but I did enjoy it. Wasn't she Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Yes. Did you notice that the neighbor's house from Charmed is still under construction? So weird thing. When we went and we were visiting the Charmed house, a black cat in the neighbor's house like comes down the driveway and is standing next to me and David, and we go to lean down to pet this cat, and I screamed. One of the cat's eyeballs was fully just hanging out of its socket, just hanging on its face. And I was like, what do we do? What do we do? And then the neighbor came out and he's like, oh yeah, that's the neighborhood cat. And I was like, the eye. And he was like, yeah, like that's just how his eye is. I had never seen shit like that before in real life. Oh my God. I just want to join y'all's friend group. Whose friend group? My friend group? Did you like the Buffy? Yeah, yes. The TV show is the greatest thing ever created ever in existence, in my opinion. Oh God, what's that other movie? Isn't High Tension French? Because I saw that shit too. Ill. Put this timeout. Nick, guess who says this? They didn't get all the details. Where's your Indigo Girls poster? Alonda, Scream 3 reaction. Your recent Hell House reaction is the first time I was... That movie scared the shit out of me, y'all. Martyrs is the only movie that has sent me. I don't want to be set into a depressed state. I do my best daily to keep my head above water. I don't need to do... I love Deuce Bigelow. I have not watched part 3 yet. I hope you start watching Penny Dreadful. Yeah, I have to... There was a thing I put on Patreon asking what, after I finish House of Usher, what the next one is. And I feel like that was one that was heavily recommended. So probably eventually. Opinion on Rocky Horror. Like, I like it. It's just not one that I would rewatch a bunch. But I really like the Glee version of that songs. I think visually the movie, I love the movie, like, to look at. I'm just not a... musically, the original soundtrack just didn't really do much for me. But I acknowledge, like, that it's an amazing movie and it's, you know, pop culture and all that jazz. In your opinion, what is the funniest movie you've ever seen? The funniest movie that I've ever seen, off the top of my head, I would say the movies that make me laugh. Like, Bridesmaids is one of my favorite, probably my favorite comedy, but I would say that the one movie that I could watch and laugh my ass off every single time is The Hot Chick. That is a masterclass in comedy. The pillow fight scene, amazing. Oh, and then Scary Movie 3. What am I talking about? Scary Movie 3. Scary Movie 3. The best. The best. Nick, I haven't said this yet, but you are my favorite YouTuber of all time. You're also a very handsome man. Well, thank you. You should verify that your vision and everything like that is correct. But thank you. I appreciate that. I've never seen Mall Cop. And I've never seen Hot Fuzz. I love Empire Records, though. That was my shit growing up. All right, y'all. I must go watch or react to this bloody Christmas movie. And also pee, because the bladder, she's full right now. Wait, hold on. What did you think of the killer's reveal on the Scream TV series? You mean what is this stupid ass line that she says? Hashtag mind blown. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. Yeah, but thanks, guys. I hope everybody has, if you celebrate the holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all of those, happy, yeah. And then since I will probably not see you guys again before 2024, Happy New Year. And yes, and just a massive thank you to you guys for watching my channel and all of that jazz. So I will see you guys when I see you guys. And I got to end this stream. Bye.